Hello, my name is Christopher Hunt. I am an interdisciplinary major, interdisciplinary study major at Texas Tech University. This is my oral presentation for my thesis over consumer financial behavior. Just a brief overview. Currently, unethical behavior in business and government is at a critical high, and customers are fighting for their right to privacy. Um, this paper will briefly go over consumer financial behavior and my um, three disciplines that I will research, that I've researched, and how they can come up with a interdisciplinary solution to the problem of um, how do producers um, find a way to sell to consumers online without that invasion of privacy. Consumer financial behavior is studied by economists, psychologists, consumer science, and many other disciplines. Um, Financial consumer financial behavior is a term used to study how a person spends their money and time, and how did their upbringing and how did those influences come to how a influence that consumer on how to spend their money and how to make their purchases. Um, so, um, Consumer science is a study in just that. Also, um, how does my family and my parents, my upbringing, how did that um, influence me, and how are those experiences that I experienced younger have grown up with me, and how have I adopted those, how have I changed those, and it also breaks down into how do we market to consumers of those demographics that you fit in, that everyone else fits in, and how do we better serve the how do producers better serve um, consumers? And we'll look into psychology to help um, with how we'll look into psychology to see how the ethical or unethical behavior has caused mistrust and business ethics, and hopefully we can put those together to find a solution to how do we how do buyers sell, and how do consumers purchase without this intrusion of privacy. So we've all been online and gone to a site for a product that we were looking for, and then later on switch to a different site, and then find um, advertisements for those projects that we're looking for on a different site, and many feel that this is an invasion of our privacy. And the if you ask the sites and the producers of those sites, they'll say that the traffic was done on their site, and therefore it's their information. And since we don't currently have laws, the internet still being robust and but still very young, we don't have all the laws put in place to say what can a business do with my traffic, and what can a business do with the information that is that I um, searched on their site. And if you ask, a consumer will say that that's spying, or if that's an invasion of my privacy. And even if um, someone was to go through trash, it feels like an invasion of privacy when they seek to profit from our from what the information that they gain. So right there's something of value, and that is someone wants to sell us something, to influence us, and that is something that will say that is ours. Consumers will say that is that is our information, and that it's either our past or our information, and we want to protect that, and that should be protected under under our Constitution. So, consumer behavior is a complex issue because companies look to sell products, and services have come under fire. So, um, you know, consumer behavior